Bonjour mes amis et bienvenue ici avec moi, Pilgrim Piper. Very happy to have you join me today. I had originally planned to be able to go out to Roberts Cove, Louisiana, to the property of St. Leo the Great Catholic Church, which is surrounded by beautiful rice fields, crawfish ponds, soybean fields, and there's a rich history of the feast of St. Nicholas, which they celebrate there in a very unique way. And I want to be able to show you pictures of that and tell you that story, but I'll save it for another day, and I'm going to change my direction a little bit, and like to tell you a personal story of someone I knew from the past, and surrounding the thought of presents and what presence really means. And in addition, I'm gonna tell you about my pipe here, and we're gonna go to a little break and set up the camera in a different way that I can really show you some details of this pipe and tell you about it if you haven't already seen it. And so stay with me, give me just a minute, we're gonna get this camera situated. Okay, so here's this pipe. It's a Calabrese, and it is a pipe which Mark at Tobacco Pipes International showcased last Monday on his YouTube channel. It's one he bought, and he did some refurbishing to it, and I'm telling y'all, it is beautiful. It came out so nice, very nice. Cleaned it up. The stem here had a bunch of teeth marks, and he was able to get rid of all of that. He smoothed it over with some of his own, I guess a solution you would call it, something special that he's come up with. Beautiful and shiny. The bowl is magnificent. I love it. My son even made the comment that he liked the rim there. It's very nice and smooth, and the bore here, it's fantastic. I love it. It's deep, it's wide enough, and I can put my finger down in the bowl to the bottom, which I really like, so I can get a really nice cleaning on it. The rustication is just nice, and Mark had mentioned something that someone else had tried to repair right here, but I tell you that had he not mentioned anything, I wouldn't know any different. And I'm pleased with it. It looks great. And so I've got it loaded up now with some figgy pudding, which is the Christmas 2021 blend of Country Squire in Jackson, Mississippi. And we're going to give it a shot here. This is good stuff. Wow. This is great. I'm enjoying this. I wish y'all could be here. Wow, this is nice. I'm being giddy right now. I wouldn't have imagined. This tobacco, and has the smell to me of chocolate sheet cake. It's mild. It is. It's great, and this pipe, it's giving me a sense of being a little boy and seeing pictures of Santa Claus with his pipe. This is great. This is good stuff. And when I got the figgy pudding in the mail, uh, John, I believe is his name, who owns Country Squire, had sent a personalized note saying that he remembers coming through my hometown on the interstate, Rayne, Louisiana, and he referenced it being the frog capital of the world. And man, that kind of personalization, it goes a long way with me. I really enjoy that. Magnificent. I can't say enough good about it. Man, Mark is a great job on this pipe, and I'm enjoying myself. It's not obnoxious. The smell is wonderful. It fits perfect with the time of season, and I'm enjoying this very much. Um, Also, I want to do a shout out for O. Kendrick. He did something really nice over the last couple weeks. He did video montage, and he included a lot of people from the YTPC in it. And that was very well done. It was a nice touch. And I noticed over the past week there's a lot of new people producing videos now, and a lot of heart being put into them, and that's very, I guess, soothing. I don't know if that's, might not be the same word you have, but that's the one I have. There's just something so spiritual about this pipe. I like the serenity it brings. And so to continue with my new direction I had for the video, considering what I had said earlier about the weather, Christmas, we all have memories, and some are good, and I understand that some can also be not so good. And the story I want to tell you is about this elderly lady. Her name was Miss Zula. We'll just Miss Zula. And Miss Zula was the front desk receptionist at our local hospital for a long, long time. And her husband, I never knew him, I never met him, had been passed away for a very long time. and she had one daughter, I believe, and she lived far away, and she was a friend of my wife's family, and we would go over to my in-laws' house some days for Sunday dinner when mother-in-law would cook, and we always packed a plate to bring to this elderly lady. But it was always kind of a toss-up who was going to bring the plate lunch, because she was known to repeat the same story each time you went, and she would end up becoming very emotional about it and would start to cry. So not everyone was inclined to go, but I decided one day that I would go with my wife. And Miss Zula told us the stories, and it was my first time meeting her, and I kind of glanced over to my wife, and she gave me that, baby, let's just stay look, you know. So we did. And then, you know, time goes by, and eventually Miss Zula passed away. And as I got older, matured, and began becoming involved in ministry, some of the training I had to go through one day to take part in this particular ministry of visiting with the sick involved holy presence. And to mean that you can visit with someone, you can be a gift to someone, and not necessarily have to say anything. You can just be present. Physically, obviously, spiritually, emotionally, present for that person. No other distractions. And be with that person and listen to their stories. And that is very comforting to them, and it brings them much needed peace that they may not have otherwise. And when I was sitting through that training, I remembered Miss Zula. And it really came to me then. She didn't need the food. She had food. She wasn't poor in the sense that, she had a home. What she needed was the companionship. She needed our holy presence. She needed the holy presence of someone who was willing to go sit with her and visit with her and listen to her story. Someone willing to enter into her suffering, which is the real definition of compassion. So, I think that's very important. And if you have any distance between yourself and someone you love because of something silly, encourage you to reach out. It may go well. It may bring healing. It may not, but at least you'll have a clear conscience. And so, this is my thoughts for today. I love the Advent season. Like I said, my room here is just enjoyable. I do a lot of my thinking right here. And now and then, like today when the wife's not around, I'm going to smoke my pipe right here. And I hope you enjoyed the talk, the visit, and I thank you so much for coming by. I've seen, I know I've had some new subscribers, and I thank you all very much. My apologies that I don't know how to see who they are. For some reason, I haven't been able to figure that out. But know that it's appreciated, and I do my best to visit all of yours as well. And I'll go ahead and wrap this up now. And I know Mr. Jim, Corvette Jim, he's having some rough days. And ask you to keep him in your prayers. And just remember, everyone, do what you can to be a holy presence to someone. Au revoir, mes amis.